Escaping the convent, court battles, and hugging air. These celebs aren't on speaking terms with their parents, and here's why. Macaulay Culkin was thrust into Hollywood at a young age by his parents, Kit Culkin and Patricia Brentrup. In a 2001 interview with New York Magazine, Culkin shared that he never wanted to lead a life in the spotlight. His relationship with his parents, who became his managers, was strained, especially his relationship with his father, who was constantly pushing him to do more while leeching off his success. According to the Los Angeles Times, in 1995, Culkin's parents split up and became involved in a bitter custody battle over the Home Alone actor and their 6 other children. Winning custody of the Culkin children meant the parents would continue profiting from their success. However, at age 16, Culkin divorced himself from both of his parents and emancipated himself. After learning that he was worth an estimated $50 million, he decided it was time he took control over his own money, per New York Magazine.
I wanted to create my own world.
Culkin hasn't spoken to or seen his father since the trial. He mostly took a break from acting in 1994 after starring in Richie Rich and returned in 2003 with the movie Party Monster. In January 2018, Culkin shared grimmer details of his childhood with Marc Maron on the latter's WTF podcast. The actor described his father as allegedly jealous of his son's career. Culkin expressed his love for his mother, but said of his father, he was a bad, abusive man. In 2016, the star's father told the Daily Mail, I don't consider him a son anymore. Kate Hudson's biological father has not been a part of her life since she was a toddler. According to Grazia, Hudson's mother, actor Goldie Hawn, was married to Kate's father, Bill Hudson, of the band The Hudson Brothers from 1976 to 1982. While together, the former couple welcomed Kate and her brother Oliver. Although Kate wasn't raised by her real father, Hawn eventually found love again in Kurt Russell, who began seeing the Private Benjamin actor in 1983. Even though they have never married, they are highly regarded as having one of the most celebrated Hollywood relationships. In an interview with Today from January 2021, Kate called not speaking to her biological father a, quote, 41-year-old issue. She stated,
I think that estrangement is unfortunately quite common, and I think it's important for people to talk about that.
She added how important it was to have Russell in her life, explaining that he showed her what it's like to have a strong father figure. Regardless, it was still tough not knowing her biological dad. Kate explained to Howard Stern in 2016 that she recognized how painful it must have been for her father to live with his decisions and that she had forgiven him. Christina Aguilera has had a turbulent relationship with her father, Fausto Aguilera, since she was a child. The songstress has spoken openly about the physical and emotional abuse her mother, Shelley Kearns, endured while married to Fausto. Christina told Us Weekly in 2011, the greatest gift for me as a child was the day my parents got divorced. Us Weekly reported that in 2002, the pop star's father denied abusing his children. He did, however, admit to physically abusing their mother, stating, I'm sorry to have ever raised a hand to my wife, but it was never brutal like Ike and Tina Turner. In the March 2012 issue of Latina magazine, Christina shared that she was willing to put their differences aside and meet Fausto. However, there's no word as to whether or not the two ever faced one another. The singer's experiences with her father made her the strong woman she is today. She told Cosmopolitan in 2018, my dad was very dominant with my mom, and I always knew I was never going to let a man take advantage of me like that. I never wanted a man to tell me what I could and couldn't do, what I could and couldn't spend. I always knew I had to be the queen of my castle. During an interview with Billboard in September 2022, Aguilera shared that her song No Es Que Te Extrañe alludes to her estranged relationship with her father. Demi Lovato is an open book. She has spoken candidly about her struggles with drug and alcohol addiction and has also talked about her abusive father, Patrick Lovato, who died in 2013 from cancer. In a video discussing her song Father from her 2015 album Confident, Lovato admitted to having mixed feelings about her dad's death. She said, I was very conflicted when he passed because he was abusive, he was mean, but he wanted to be a good person, and he wanted to have his family. Lovato's mother touched upon her ex-husband's abusive ways in her 2018 memoir, Falling with Wings, A Mother's Story. She shared, I thought I could change him, and I think victims of domestic abuse often feel the same way. You're not always going to be able to change someone, no matter how much you want to. According to the Daily Mail, Heather Graham was raised by a Catholic family with an FBI father and a mother who was a school teacher. She told the outlet that her parents threatened to send her off to become a nun. Instead, Graham appeared in Drugstore Cowboy, which had the actor playing the role of a drug-addicted runaway, and Boogie Nights, in which she portrayed an adult film star. She told The Guardian in 1999, my parents, they didn't really want to hear my point of view. I think they were willing to hear it, but they would just then tell me about how their point of view was right and mine was wrong. The actor left home after after high school and eventually stopped speaking with her parents, she didn't care to dwell on the estrangement too much. Speaking with Cinema.com in 2001, Graham declined to talk about her folks, worried that her words would be misconstrued. In 2013, the actor's mom and dad allegedly told The Sun that they never pressured their daughter into becoming a nun and didn't understand the reason behind their rift. Her father, Jim, believed that reports of Heather's strict upbringing were a narrative perpetuated by her or her publicist. He explained, "Like most other actors, there had to be some drama, strife, and struggle. Up until Boogie Nights, we were a close, happy family. Then the movie came out and everything changed. It is safe to say that movie destroyed our relationship. That film is the anniversary of when Heather decided to take a break from us." Ever since Adele's father, Mark Evans, abandoned her and her mother when she was just a child, the songstress has had a strained relationship with him. Hopes of reconnecting turned sour when Evans spoke about Adele to the British press. The singer told Vogue in February 2012, "I was actually ready to start trying to have a relationship with him. He's blown it. He will never hear from me again." However, Adele had a change of heart, telling Vogue that she visited her father before he died in May 2021 from bowel cancer. She shared, "I know he loved me, and we actually got our peace before he died. When he passed, I had this sort of physical reaction. That fear left my body." The Someone Like You singer offered similar remarks to British Vogue, adding that she played her album for him via Zoom the week prior to his death. Although Evans would talk about his famous daughter, he did tell the Daily Mail in 2013, "I'm not interested in her celebrity status or her money. I just want my daughter back, and I want to be a proper granddad to the little one." According to Page 6, it's unknown whether Evans had a chance to meet Adele's son, Angelo, whom she shares with ex-husband Simon Konecki. Vanessa Lachey has been estranged from her mother for quite some time as the NCIS Hawaii star's mom left her at a young age. That played an integral part in how she has promised to raise her 3 children, whom she shares with 98 Degrees boy band member Nick Lachey. She told People in 2021, "What I've taken out of it is how it's ultimately made me a better mom, a better wife, and hopefully a better person. I will never take my family for granted." People reported that when Vanessa was 3, her mother, Helen Bondoc, split from her father, Vincent Manillo. And then, when she was 9, Bondoc left her daughter with Vincent and never returned. The last time Vanessa saw her mother was when she was 18 years old. The actor has thanked her husband for being her rock when feelings of insecurity or self-doubt arise. Nick shared, "One thing I've learned about my wife is that she's a fighter and so resilient. If nothing else, her experience gave her a real appreciation for how important her kids are to her." The Lacheys wed in July 2011. At the time, Star Magazine was able to locate Vanessa's mother, who said she had no clue her daughter had gotten married. Bondoc said, "It would be nice to have a relationship with her now, but I don't know how she'd feel if I called her." In her People interview, Vanessa shared that she was open to speaking with her mother.
Wish us luck.
Ariel Winter garnered fame after starring in Modern Family, but her on-screen life was nothing close to what was happening in her real life. In an interview for The Hollywood Reporter in 2017, Winter shared details of being a young child actor thrust into the spotlight because of her mother. But it was more than just pushing her to take on roles. Winter claimed she was forced to dress in revealing clothing at a young age and had a diet that was really restricted, among other disturbing allegations. She added, "People thought I was 24 when I was 12. If there was going to be a nude scene when I was that age, my mother would have 1,000% said yes." When the actor was 14, she took her mother to court with allegations of physical and emotional abuse. A years-long case for her guardianship was settled before it went to trial, with Winter's sister Chanel Gray becoming her guardian in 2014. In 2015, she was emancipated before she turned 18, per People. The actor spoke with Ellen DeGeneres about the decision, saying, "It has been very sad for me, but at the same time, it's been much better for me emotionally and physically to be on my own and have a better, safer household and support system." Winter has not spoken to her mother, who has used outlets like Dr. Phil and Inside Edition to talk publicly about their strained relationship.
For me, I probably should take the high road and do something that I would have wished she would have done for me.
Actor Anthony Hopkins welcomed his only child, Abigail Hopkins, with his first wife, Petronella Barker, in 1968. According to The Telegraph, before Hopkins and Barker ended their marriage in 1972, he also ended his connection to his young daughter. In a 2002 press interview for Red Dragon, Hopkins responded to an assumption that he was self-possessed. He said, "I may have screwed up a lot of my life. I may have hurt a few people. I'm not a very good husband. I'm not a good father." In her interview with The Telegraph in 2006, Abigail shared that she infrequently saw her father when she was a child. She also made mention of an argument they had when she was 16, downplaying mental health struggles from her younger years. Abigail had a brief reunion with her father when he cast her in cameos for Remains of the Day and Shadowlands. She was still open to having a relationship with her famous dad, but only if it was mutual. In a 2018 interview with the Radio Times, the actor had no intention of reconciling with his only daughter. He said, "People break up, families split, and get on with your life. People make choices. I don't care one way or the other." Further explaining their estrangement, he told The Times, "I've got no blame. People do what they do, and I don't understand it, and it doesn't bother me. I can't waste my time worrying about it. And I'm not cold. I'm just thinking, oh well, that's the way it is." When Meghan Markle joined the British royal family after her November 2017 engagement to Prince Harry, the tabloids attacked the Suits actor. Sadly, her own family took it upon themselves to make regular public comments about her and sell stories to the press. Markle's father, Thomas Markle, had been highly outspoken about the Duchess of Sussex. He's criticized Meghan for stepping down from her royal duties, and he's also expressed a desire to take legal action in order to see Meghan and Prince Harry's two children, Archie and Lilibet. According to the Daily Mail, Meghan's relationship with her father became strained when he was caught staging photos with the paparazzi before his daughter wed Prince Harry in 2018. She urged her parents not to discuss her and Harry's relationship with the press, telling Oprah in March 2021,
"I genuinely can't imagine doing anything to intentionally cause pain to my child. I can't imagine it."
Meghan has found it difficult reconciling with her father. In October 2021, Thomas spoke with Good Morning Britain about wanting to fix their relationship for the sake of his grandchildren.
It's important for them to know that they have two families, and eventually they're going to grow up and they're going to want to know more about them.
Thomas also said that he would continue to speak to the press until Meghan reached out to him. Captain Marvel actor Brie Larson cemented her name in Hollywood when she won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama for her performance in 2015's Room. Larson then won the Best Actress Oscar for the role. Her father, Sylvain Dussaulnier, told the Daily Mail how proud he was of his daughter. When she won the Golden Globe, it was like, oh my god, she won. So it's all a little surreal, but now it seems inevitable. Although he praised his daughter's career, Larson had been estranged from her father for years. Opening up about her non-existent relationship with her father, Larson told Elle magazine in 2016, "When legally I didn't have to have visitation with him anymore, I jumped on it. As a kid, I tried to understand him and understand the situation, but he didn't do himself any favors. I don't think he ever really wanted to be a parent." Larson added that her difficult situation with her father made her take on volatile roles. She also revealed that she hadn't spoken to him in a long time. However, Dussaulnier seemed to tell a different story to the Daily Mail when he said, "There's no accuracy to what's been written. It's inaccurate. It's my daughter, and I love her to death." Meg Ryan's feud with her mother, Susan Jordan, began after the When Harry Met Sally actor became involved with Dennis Quaid in 1990. According to the New York Post, Jordan became concerned about her daughter's relationship with Quaid when she suspected him of misusing drugs, which Ryan had denied. Jordan explained, "I had no idea why until months later I thought she might have thought I knew about this drug problem. Did she think, what is it going to look like if America's sweetheart is engaged to a drug addict?" Ryan did not invite her mother to her 1991 wedding to Quaid. However, as Jordan said, Quaid entered rehab for his drug addiction before the two could wed. In July 2000, the couple split, with Susan telling the New York Post she hoped that meant she and her daughter could restore their relationship. Jordan said, "If she called me now, I would tell her that I love her. It would give me peace to know that she is leading a happy life." Jordan's 2001 autobiography, The Immune Spirit, a story of love, loss, and healing, did not paint a pretty picture of her famous daughter, especially after allegedly wanting to make amends. It read, "The image Meg has of the innocent, dizzy girl next door could not be further from the truth. In real life, she's a cold-hearted, cruel manipulator."
Well, I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Social media star Bryce Hall penned a letter apologizing for getting arrested and charged with marijuana possession in Texas in May 2020. The essay, given to People, expressed Hall's desire to become a better person for his family and his 23 million followers on TikTok. Hall admitted that being in jail for a day was enough to convince him that it was time for a change, saying, "I also thought about my father, someone who was never around and that I knew to be abusive and irresponsible. He spent time behind bars for unpaid child support and abuse, and as I sat in that cell, it made me feel just like my father. It was a mortifying and shameful experience." In June 2017, Hall shared a satirical Father's Day Instagram post that showed the influencer hugging the heir, which was meant to be his father. His caption partly read, "Thanks for being an abusive piece of shit to my mother. Here's my fave pic of me and him." Hall was in more trouble in 2021 after a physical altercation at a restaurant. He stated to People, "The version of the story that is being portrayed is missing a lot of context and isn't who I am. It isn't who my mom, a single mother who has only love in her heart, raised me to be. When I was young, my dad abused me and my mom and was removed from the house. From that day forth, I swore that I will never become like my father." If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic abuse, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. You can also find more information, resources, and support at their website.